obviously be talking about the Heat and the Celtics and where we see that going. And also, I got a very special topic about the Lakers. If you see the drip, but yeah, man, how you guys feeling about that Mavs series against the Warriors since we just saw it?
Hold on, bro.
Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
Let Luka.
You see who's behind me, bro. You see who's behind me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad that, like I said earlier, I'm glad they did not get swept. The only niggas that got swept is the Nets. And I'm not trying to hear no KD fan talking about some Luka this, Luka. Nah, fuck that. Luka ain't shoot over 10 in the second half in no game, nigga. So, with that being said, you see my name, Mavs in 7, bro. I ain't gonna say too much. Bro, I believe in them, bro. I believe in them. I just need somebody to step up with Luka. We're gonna be good, bro. Stop Steph. Stop Steph. Enter Clay again. We don't gotta worry about Draymond. we don't gotta worry about Draymond, bro. We don't gotta worry about Draymond.
Yeah. You go do that.
Andrew Wiggins lately is a problem. I'm just glad they don't got James Wiseman at this point. Because if they had him, we would have got swept. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so honestly, like with the Mavs series, I feel like I've given the Mavs respect. You know, they've had a pretty good run in the playoffs. You know, they had an injured team against Utah for 2 games, and they split with Utah, and they ended up winning that series. And then they dethroned the so-called most clutch team of all time. You know, in the regular season, you know, that was dubbed, I think by Undisputed. They were talking about the Suns, so you know they beat them in 7. But yeah, I mean they've gotten, dog walk in this Warrior series, and it's been kind of disappointing. I watched the first game. I watched all of that, and they stopped your boy Luka with all due respect. A second game was good. I thought you guys were leading, and I saw like half of it, and then we did the podcast. Me and Jalen did the podcast, right? And you remember you asked me like, "Who's winning?" And then Joe says like, "Oh, it's the Warriors," and we're like, "What? How is that possible?"
Yeah,
and then,
they sold.
And then the last game was, it was a disappointment, man. Andrew Wiggins, bro, like, he put a number on
him. That was a murder.
Yeah, that was a bad dunk. Like, I don't like the Warriors, but man, that was like a horrible.
That was a murder.
The thing is that they stopped Luka the first game. I was like, okay, they really like clamping his shit down. Even though he still had 20, like he should have more. Like these first games, he's been 40, 30. Like this nigga is like, and the thing is, he's only 23, bro. He's only 23. Like
you sound like one of them Tatum fans. Shut up.
He has plenty of time, bro. No, he's better than Jason Tatum. He's better than Jason Tatum. We're not even gonna go there. He's better than that bum. He's a bum over there.
You know what?
Hey, isn't he down 3-1? Yeah, hey.
Bro. Wait,
talk to yourself. Keep the talk to yourself.
My boy Tatum. Don't y'all actually have a team? Don't y'all actually have a team? Luka is a one-man show. Literally, he's a one-man show.
Who is the team?
Y'all don't have
wait. Who is the team?
Huh?
F. Who's the main man on Celtics?
It's Jaylen Brown. It's Jaylen Brown. We all know that. It's Jaylen Brown. It's Jaylen Brown.
We can honestly even say it's Marcus Smart. Honestly.
That's crazy.
He's the only one that won an award in the regular season.
Hey, stop. Hey, what I
He's the only one that won an award.
I'm talking about D-Boy. I'm talking about D-Boy, man.
Bro, I actually like Marcus Smart. Like I liked him ever since he came out of Oklahoma State.
Marcus Smart is cold. I've been watching Marcus Smart for years. Y'all just be hating. That's
he's
D-Boy right there.
He's a better version of Drew Holiday.
That's the best player on the Celtics right there. That is
better version of Drew
Holiday. He did not. Hey, pulling up a picture is crazy.
That's the best player right there.
He's a better version. How many players?
I ain't gonna lie. Jaylen Brown is a bucket though.
Yeah.
He's a bucket. He's a bucket though.
How many players Celtics have on defensive teams? Let's see.
I think they're starting. I mean, honestly, real talk. I'm not even gonna lie. Their starting 5 is pretty solid. But yeah, man, we could talk about Luka versus Tatum. That's a hard one for me. I think Luka's talent, I'll take it because Luka's accomplished a lot more than Tatum did when he was 23.
Stop it.
Stop it.
What?
Didn't Tatum take LeBron to a game 7 before?
He has that. But what happened when he matched up with Giannis in 2019?
Kyrie was on this team. No,
it still happened. It was basically a gentleman's sweep.
No, that wasn't the same thing because Kyrie messed up the team. What happened the year before that when we beat Giannis. Talk about that. We beat Giannis.
Yeah, that is true.
Without
You guys
Kyrie,
did
when
beat
Kyrie
Giannis.
got injured, yeah.
Luka
Yeah,
is
we beat
crazy.
Giannis. Don't bring that up.
Luka is crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
Luka really.
No,
Luka-
but if I'm no, I don't. No, don't get it twisted. I think Luka is that's a good name. But when we're talking about who's
Tatum is not
better,
better.
we're talking about who's better and talking about
Tatum
talent.
is better. I'm sorry. I'm
All
taking
right,
Tatum.
listen. Let the former champ talk. Okay.
Second
Former.
round.
Let the
You're
former
not.
champ
Second
talk.
round?
Okay. Let the
You
former
outta here.
champ talk. All right.
You're
Shut
outta
up. Shut up, peasants. Okay. Listen.
You're out of here. You got two
One.
bronze.
Hey, shut up. You're James Harden's washed. I don't want to hear. He's
Okay.
washed. I
All
don't want
right.
to hear. He's washed. Okay. So
All
look.
right, and you almost have the same.
Are you
amount of
done?
bronze
Are you
medals
done,
as
peasant?
years.
Hey, look at Joe.
Let
Look at
me
Joe's
talk.
name.
Let me
Look
talk.
at Joe's name.
You too, peasant. Shut up.
Look at your name.
Shut up. See, he
Second
has too
round.
much power. He has too much power, bro.
Second round, Joe.
No, bro.
Okay, my bad. All right, say what you was gonna say, Joe.
I don't even know how to change it back.
I got you. What are you, Dr. Drill?
This nigga has too much power.
He said this nigga has too much power.
Bro, I don't know how to change it. You better change it, you stupid.
I got you. I changed it.
Yeah.
But okay, so I think me and Joel feel the same way. Like I think Tatum's good, but he's inconsistent. Like I'm sorry. Like
No. It's not even about him being inconsistent. It's not. It's about Luka being able to do it all. And, all right.
I'm listening.
Yeah. Tatum. You can argue Tatum's a better scorer, but at the same time, if you argue he's a better scorer, he's not a better scorer by hella. It'll be a small margin. You can argue that.
Okay.
Rebounding. Again, you can argue Tatum's better. Again, not by a big margin. But playmaking, that's where it's like there's a big.
it's not on the same level. Like
Okay.
talk about the turnovers. Like even when I remember game 3, like the dude they had him not game 3 actually, like game 1 when Marcus Smart wasn't there. Like third quarter, he was turning over the ball. You know, it's like I've never seen Luka do that to that level. So I'm just.
I mean, wait. Didn't he have? He just had 7 turnovers in the second half against the Warriors as well.
Dude, he had more turnovers than assists game 3.
I'm talking about Luka. You said you never.
No, I'm
saw
talking
Luka.
about Tatum. That's embarrassing.
Yeah. Listen, he's not a playmaker.
Don't talk about turnovers.
Look. You just said you never seen him. I just corrected you.
Tatum.
No,
That's what I was gonna
I'm
bring
saying
up.
I've never seen Luka turn over the ball like that.
Let me talk. Listen.
All right.
So you just named 3 aspects of the game that Tatum is better than Luka at. And then you didn't bring up the defensive side.
Wait, no. Look, I didn't say Tatum is for sure. I said you can argue. You can argue. I think Luka's better at scoring.
It's up in the air. Up in the air. You can argue.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Now this is where I believe everything is separated at the defensive side of the basketball.
That's Tatum.
You are not nobody is gonna pick out Jason Tatum. You seen what Chris Paul did to nobody's gonna pick out Jason Tatum at the end of the basketball game and say, "Oh, mismatch. We gonna get a bucket on him every single play."
What Gangador said?
Are they doing that?
I mean,
what Gangador said.
I mean
that's
that
how
is
I feel.
true.
Jalen. Hold on, wait. I want you to realize it doesn't matter what they did because they were literally beating themselves. Them niggas weren't making. Luka had 27 points. Them niggas had 27 points by himself. They were beating himself. He didn't even have to play defense.
That's the game.
That nigga could have went to a Cowboys game.
Look,
and sat down, and the niggas would have still been bricking.
They lost that game. They ended up winning the series. Yes, I applaud them. They won the series. Even in this series, Luka is still getting picked out on defense. He's a defensive liability.
I agree.
That's just that.
I say that all the time.
Yeah,
because y'all want to bring that up about Harden. Luka is a defensive liability. You've never seen it. People say Harden don't play defense, all that. You've never seen anyone literally pick James Harden out and go after him every play on offense.
You want to know the reason why? You want to know
their offense was fine, Luka.
You want to know the reason why, though? Do you want to know the reason why?
Why?
Because everything goes through Luka. On offense, if he doesn't touch the ball, these niggas aren't winning the game, and that's a fact. The reason why they've been losing these past 3 games. Yes, they've been picking out Luka, but look at last game. That's a perfect example. Luka had 40, and then look at what his teammates had. 0 for 10, 0 for 7. That's exactly. He's already busting his ass on offense.
Are
he's
you
already.
using,
I think that's a question for Nick.
What?
What you said?
That's a question. No, Nick, he got it. That's a question for you.
I was gonna say, are you using that
Am
as
I
a
a
counter
Mavs fan or
argument?
do I? Bro, all right. Let me throw this in there. I am not a Mavs fan. I'm not. I'm a Luka Doncic fan. The thing is, I used to like Steph, but the way niggas used to just talk about Steph and Steph this and Steph that made me not like him as much. Because niggas start saying, "Oh, Steph's better than LeBron. Oh, Steph's better than Michael Jordan. Oh, Steph is like, bro." I had to hop off that bandwagon as quick as possible. So Luka, I was watching Luka when he was 16 playing against Russ, type shit. So and when he was busting Russ' ass then.
Yeah.
Not to mention what he's doing
Russ
now.
has always been ass in my opinion. So.
But no. Here's what I wanted to say. So like on the defensive part, I wanted to really say this a lot. I mean, Tatum's way bigger and way longer than Luka. Luka's like, pause. But basically, like he's a bigger player than him. It's just a fact.
Could you look up their height? I believe they're about the same height.
But like, I mean, he's like, I'm talking about when you talk about reach, like Tatum has longer arms, and I'm pretty sure Tatum's a lot stronger than him. You know, that plays a fact.
Tatum had more athleticism, and that helps. Yes.
Luka is 6'7".
And what? Tatum is only about 2 inches taller. I mean, height doesn't.
No, he's only 1 inch.
Tatum is 1 inch taller.
Yeah.
You being a good defender is just you being a good defender. Height doesn't have anything to do with it. Look at
but he is bigger.
I mean, Gary Payton was not the tallest nigga, but he had.
Look at Depoy.
Shut up, bro.
Hey, what about him? We talking about Tatum.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying because you brought up height.
I know, yeah, that's good.
He did.
I mean, no,
he did. I didn't. He did.
Well, Marcus is he's very good at like he has like I give him his credit. He's
height
good at popping.
Does not have a lot to do. Height has something to do with defense, but it doesn't have everything to do. Like look at Rudy Gobert. That nigga sucks.
He always wins defensive player of the year.
He's overrated.
He's like, but he wins defensive player of the year. He's tall. Like it has something to do with it, but it doesn't have everything to do with it.
In my opinion, Kawhi Leonard should always win defensive player of the year. That's just my personal opinion.
That nigga's paper mache, bro.
Lately, yes, but he should always win defensive player of the year, bro.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Look, defensive player of the year was an award made for the centers to get. So I understand why they might give it to Rudy Gobert, even though it still has been better center candidates, in my opinion, than Rudy Gobert. But that's a center's award. Guards don't necessarily, they don't ever get that award, rarely. That's why, it's a big accomplishment for Marcus Smart. Right? Yeah.
I feel like Mikal Bridges or Giannis could have also got that award, though.
Yeah.
I mean, mostly
I don't feel like they
they were in contention for it.
Jalen thinks Giannis is overrated.
I agree. I think in
what aspect? Wait.
Bro, I don't want to get into this again because they're dumb. They're both dumb. They're both dumb.
Okay.
Dumb as fuck.
Okay. So Joel likes Giannis.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the thing. You can't call a nigga that has defensive player of the year twice.
That's questionable. I don't know. Does he have two?
A ring.
He has
two season MVPs.
Look.
Who else has an MVP?
I have a counter argument.
Oh, that's right, Michael Jordan. That's the only other nigga that has that, bro.
I have a counter argument when you're finished.
Wow. Okay.
I'm done.
Luka plays no defense yet. Luka averages
no defense.
Defensive rebounds and equals blocks as Tatum. Even though that, like, maybe that's true. I don't know if it is. I would still, like, to be fair, I still would say Tatum is a better defender.
I feel like he's a better on-ball defender.
Luka plays the passing lanes because he can't defend.
Look at this Giannis fan, bro.
Yeah,
Elvis stay hitting
SSD,
that
yes,
All right.
SSD, Elbay.
Elbay.
Name the Elbay.
Ain't no
Yes,
Giannis.
sir.
Elbay is crazy. Elbay is crazy.
Elbay.
Elbay is
Oh,
crazy.
You
oh,
see what
man.
you gave these boys, bro?
Let's
Now they
forget.
gonna
Nah,
go
let's
crazy.
forget. Let's
Oh,
forget.
Elbay is crazy, bro.
Ain't no my nigga Giannis.
Nah, bro, but I feel like when we talk about Jason Tatum and Luka, honestly, Jason Tatum is not even nowhere offensively close to Luka.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that. Look,
Okay,
again, like I said,
look. Can I break it down?
I
Go
don't
ahead.
know about that.
All right. So, who would you say is a better shooter, Jason Tatum or Luka?
that's tough.
That's they're both.
What do you
kinda-
mean it's tough?
Yeah,
Jason
that's tough.
Look at the stats. He
I mean,
shoots better.
I
Luka
think
is not a good shooter.
Tatum shoots better shots than Luka. Luka
Yeah.
shoots a lot of dumb shots.
Bro, Luka doesn't have nobody on his team. Of course, bro, I'm shooting stupid shit if I'm on the
Bro,
Mavs team.
he has people on his team. I'm tired of people saying this.
Yeah,
Spencer
that's not
Dinwiddie is cold.
Yeah,
Spencer
and Brunson-
Dinwiddie is cold as fuck.
Yeah, and in the games they lost, one of them, Brunson
He did not
had
say Spencer
31.
Dinwiddie.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Spencer
I remember.
Dinwiddie
Levine
was
snuff from
cold.
NBA teams. Nah, I mean it had to be one. It had to be either DeMar or Levine, and DeMar's been better this season. Yeah, and
to answer that question, my boy, I am a Bulls fan. Even though we got first rounded, I'm a Bulls fan.
And in the NBA, they don't put the same two players that are on the same team in the.
I'm a Bulls fan.
And in the NBA, they don't put the same two players that are on the same team in the.
You lost to Giannis?
He's a good player.
Stop disrespecting Giannis.
He's a good
lost-
player.
You watch middle-aged 30-year-old. Stop it. You watch middle-aged.
Didn't y'all lose to a nigga named? Didn't y'all
You
lose
know.
to a nigga named Ice Tray last year? Oh, okay.
You know what
No,
to do.
yeah. So I think Dinwiddie and Brunson did their thing. Obviously Reggie Bullock. I mean, and this is game 3. We're talking about game 3 here because they obviously won game 4. But I mean, I don't think this. Here's the problem: it's the rebounds. Like, look at Dwight Powell. Look how many rebounds he got. These guys, like, and I think what people are focusing too much about this Mavs and like Warriors series is the shooting when they should be really focusing on the defense. And that's where they're losing a lot of these possessions is the defense. Like the Warriors are just out hustling.
Yeah.
So that's
not today.
Not today. No, today they did their thing. But I'm talking about if we're talking about the 3 game, and we didn't really talk about this series at all. And a lot of people are mad at me that we haven't been talking about the West at all. And I'm sorry, the East is just better. But
no, it's not.
That's just a fact. It is.
The playoffs in the East are better because the weaker teams are playing the weaker teams, so it's like
the weaker team.
But
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You
Boston
some shit today.
But
Boston
and Milwaukee, that was a good series. Besides that, it was like weak teams against weak teams.
Chris Paul was better than Levine this season.
He's better.
Bro,
he was.
Levine was also injured though, but Chris Paul was injured too though.
I don't know. Levine is a bucket.
Marquise Chris healthy?
Levine is a bucket. I feel like he doesn't. I feel like since what's his name been going crazy, since DeMar's been going crazy, he hasn't been getting his credit. But that nigga is tough.
Okay, I feel like I ain't gonna lie, bro. If we had Lonzo, I feel like we would have.
Yeah, it would have been a way different series, and especially like
I feel like y'all would have won if y'all had Lonzo.
Yeah, and Middleton getting hurt.
Lonzo came into this season. Tearing shit up, bro.
Lonzo
came into the season.
I see 1, 2, 3 delusional people. Like it's crazy. Y'all
He's talking about Devin Booker wanna be Kobe.
Hey, could you bring up the clip, please?